white prominent person was shot dead, killed in America, which caught international national headlines. A non-prominent uh, Indian
Brown
American
person, Indian American,
poor
yes.
person was killed and slaughtered, beheaded, head kicked like a football. It didn't even catch, and a lot of people said that he didn't even matter. The white Christian supremacist of America, at this point of time, in a so emboldened situation, Neha, I'm afraid of my own um, uh, uh, existence here, because they don't think I belong in Republican Party.
Purnima Nath, like I said earlier, I'm going to reiterate: there is no way that someone's murder can be condoned or any kind of violence can be justified. And I hold no brief for those who might have celebrated Charlie Kirk's killing. However, the principle that we are discussing here is one of freedom of speech. Now, if it is applicable to one ideological segment, it should surely be equally applicable to the other ideological segment. How can it be that I am allowed to exercise my freedom of speech only as long as you agree with me? And the moment I say something that you disapprove of, you decide to strip me of my fundamental constitutional right. Isn't that what is happening right now with the right constantly blaming the left for the murder of Charlie Kirk, despite the fact that the man who's been arrested for his murder turned out to be a 22-year-old white male from a gun-loving conservative Republican family in Utah? And they go on saying that anybody who speaks against Charlie Kirk should be arrested, they deserve to be fired, they deserve to have their entire lives and careers ruined.
Thank you so much, Neha. I appreciate you having me. First of all, I have to tell you that I am a President Trump supporter, not one-time voter, but three times voter. I didn't just vote, I actually brought in Hindu voters. The initiative that I started initially was I Exit, which is Indian exiting the left, and also in order to solidify President Trump's campaign at that time. A few years ago, I started Hindus and Trump. So, what I'm going to say is based on my centrist viewpoint from my upbringing and from my understanding of what humanity is, not based on what party is or what party line they toe. So, I totally agree from a perspective of freedom of speech should be given, the right should be given to everybody, whether you like them or not. And that's exactly the message actually I sent when I started running for political office few years ago. So to answer your question, the right versus left, the agenda that is going on right now in this country is extremely dangerous. If you remember, the same day of Charlie Kirk's shot and killed death and the tragedy that has happened earlier that morning, there was a beheading of a Indian American that has happened. It actually
Absolutely.
caught
Which
no.
unfortunately has not even been covered in mainstream American media.
Absolutely, and I cannot tell you how abhorrent that incident is. And if you look at the video, I couldn't look at the entire video because I almost felt like I was as nauseated the brutality of that particular incident. And I shared it with the link, not the video. So what I was trying to tell you, it all depends on the political narrative. Now, because a white prominent person was shot dead, killed in America, which caught international national headlines, a non-prominent uh, Indian
Brown
American
person, Indian American,
brown poor
yes.
person was killed and slaughtered, beheaded, head kicked like a football. It didn't even catch a proper local headline, and I'll tell you about it. Fox News has posted link, and I've written about it afterwards when I saw that. It boiled my blood. The reporter didn't even mention who the victim was. The focus was on the illegal immigrant who actually killed it. So his identity, his existence was completely vanished and completely decimated. He didn't even exist. We started talking about it because this was a hypocrisy, and a lot of people said that he didn't even matter. The white Christian supremacist of America at this point of time, in a so emboldened situation, Neha, I'm afraid of my own existence here, because they don't think I belong in Republican Party. They don't think I am actually a conservative. They don't think that I belong in even in America, because I'm an Indian American, because I'm brown, because I'm Hindu. I'm not interested in conversion. And this is something that is actually polarizing in America. The right is basically white Christian nationalists taking over a radicalism and actually terrorizing us. If you look at my Twitter, you will see the amount of hatred I personally get. And can you imagine anybody who's not involved in politics, not don't care about politics in America, just want to study and contribute to their family and make their family better, what is going to happen to them? Basically, what they're looking for, people like us, is you have spoken about it, that Charlie Kirk actually spoke on Indian immigrants as well. He didn't want visas to be issued to Indian
Yes.
immigrants. He didn't want jobs to be given to the Indians. And he once said, I think he actually once said that 90% America would be if America would be still America if 90% were Indian. But the caveat was if they were Christians. So in this particular situation, the political climate that we are seeing, do people like us, do we actually belong here? And I constantly am telling, if American white people don't want people like us, Indian Americans here, please tell us before. We're not beggars on the road. We're not asking you to give us red carpet. We're not asking you to do any kind of favoritism to us. This is not exactly what was done to us also. I didn't get any red carpet. I came here to actually contribute to your society, to your product, to your company, to your services. So if that is the kind of narrative they want to project, the right wing, I don't know what I voted for. I don't know what I supported. I supported freedom of speech. I supported liberty. I supported equality for all. I thought that actually Donald Trump is the one who actually brought me to politics. His thought process at that point of time was different than what he's doing in Trump 2.2. And I'm absolutely disappointed from the beginning of Trump 2.2 as to what he has been doing, whether it's domestic politics or international politics. The only thing that in my mind has actually worked well was the border. Of course, there's nobody is coming in
Okay.
through the border anymore.
Okay.
Then why are
Okay.
you constantly calling left is the problem? Why are you calling constantly the left is the murderer? Why are you calling? Why are you unleashing your influencers to target one folks that actually don't align with you politically?